welcome to day 5. I survived. I've been talking a lot about food lately and I don't want to talk about food. I was going to talk about exercises, but my whole exercise routine, it's like a different video. It's so long. So I'll just talk about how I chose it. So I followed this fitness blogger on YouTube, and her name is, well, her YouTube is Kaboko Fitness, but her name's Coco. And so she has like a couple of really good points. The first thing is that if you are like a simple exercise done correctly is more beneficial than the fancy stuff. So often you get intimidated because you see these people who are like jumping and twirling and tucking under and flipping, and you're like, there's no way I can do that. And she's like, if you're going to be consistent with the simple one, do the simple one. Do the modifications until you have the strength. It's not like a competition to see, like, of course you're not where you want to be physically because you're working out. So don't try to push yourself to get there, because it's not going to get you there faster. You're just going to cause injuries that can make you frustrated, so you stop. And then the other thing she says is do the exercises based on your body. So every body looks different and everybody's going to want different things to be done, you know. So for me, I choose like my butt because it's my favorite asset, and my abs because those could always be better. They have the benefit of being the 2 largest muscle groups in your body, and they impact posture. So I've had 2 neurosurgeries, and I have an implant in my lower lumbar that kind of goes around to my abs. And so I tend to slouch a lot and my back is super uncomfortable. If I have strong abs, then they will take over the brunt of that. I don't have strong abs at the moment, so that's why I work on those. And my favorite asset I just like. So there's this thing too with abs. It's like erectus domini, and I'm not affected by it, so I don't know too much about it, but it's mostly like for pregnancies, your ab muscles separate, and so until that's healed or until you get them back together, then ab exercises will actually make it worse, or you can like get a hernia kind of thing. For abs, I focus on crisscross motions versus vertical motions. So like if you're doing a traditional crunch or a traditional sit-up, then you're working that 6-pack part or the vertical part of your abs, and I really want to like to narrow your waist. You want the outer sides to come in. So I also don't do like oblique exercises, the side ones, because I don't want my obliques to be wider. I like the hourglass shape that I have, and I'd like to keep that. So I tend to crisscross crunch versus up and down crunch. And like mountain climbers and stuff, I'll crisscross my mountain climbers versus going vertical. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it tightens the other stuff. I take a rest day every 3rd day. How do I put it? Okay, so I do total body resistance training, and I don't really use a whole lot of weights yet because my body's not that strong. I do a lot of just body weight exercises, you know, so like I'm still in the plank yoga kind of phase, or even resistance bands I'll use more than I use weights, because I don't really know what I'm doing with weights. I mean, I know basics from high school, but it's been a long time since high school, and like I said, you want to work out based on what your body looks like and what you want your body to look like. You don't want to just, like if I did a whole bunch of bench presses, I don't want my body to look like that, so I'm not going to work out that way. Let's see. So for my arms, I'll do like 3 pounds versus 10 pounds. If I'm like squatting or lunging, I do 10 pounds. And then if I'm doing like the chest press or butterflies, I use 3 pounds because I don't want those to be super, super developed. I don't want to be unbalanced either. That's why body weight exercises are so good, because a lot of the time you are going to have balanced muscle groups, or those muscle groups are going to be strong. Especially like when you think about yoga, you do a lot of like tricep push-ups or tricep into cobra, you know, so it kind of works out those muscles without being too bulky. They stay long and lean versus like super buff. I don't know. Modifications, I avoid stuff that puts excess pressure on my back. So if I'm doing like leg lifts on a hard surface, that's going to put more pressure on that implant that I have. So I'll do it off the edge of the bed because the bed will fill in the gap. And I try really hard not to do those too much. Or with squats, sometimes my knee pops. It's normal, I guess. You have an air pocket in joints, and so you just get a pop. But I hate the feeling, and so sometimes I just avoid that. So I'll do like a lot of leg lifts or like fire hydrants, that sort of thing, donkey kicks. I don't always rely on squats, though I do a lot of squats still. And then I don't jump because I don't want to be hit in the face. Oh, and twists. I'm not allowed to twist. That one's a doctor's order. Since I have that tube that runs along the side of my body, twisting pulls on it, and I don't want another neurosurgery, so I'll do crisscross stuff. If I feel any tension whatsoever, I stop. Like, do not want to hurt my body at all. And that is also kind of why I'm afraid of weights, especially when people are holding stuff above their head. Like, any extra weighted pressure on my lower lumbar would be a bad idea. So I'm just kind of nervous about that. Like, I'm sure that there are people that work around it, and I have asked about it, and there are people that weight train with, like, have an LP shunt, that's what it's called, with LP shunts, but I'm just nervous about it, I guess. So I felt like it was better to strengthen my overall body than to just jump into weight training. And so tomorrow I think I'll talk about the exercise, like my exercise series, and I've already changed it from day one's video just because of what I was doing. And I think that's normal. I think people change their exercises, but I just didn't want to, like, this is already 7 minutes, so I didn't want to go on and on. All right, goodbye. Happy Thursday.